Yan, isang magandang araw po sa lahat. Ito po ang orientation on the policy guidelines of the implementation of the Matatag curriculum.
Welcome to the Learning and Development Channel, where you can learn, lead, and make a difference.
Yan, isang magandang araw po sa lahat. Ito po ang orientation on the policy guidelines of the implementation of the Matatag curriculum. So, the Matatag curriculum embodies the aspirations of Filipino learners inscribed in the Ambition Natin 2040 to successfully deal with the future challenges by embedding 21st century skills, preparing them to excel in the local and global market. It fosters inclusivity through teaching global citizenship and diversity while promoting a future-oriented mindset that empowers learners to embrace and shape change. It envisions producing lifelong and peace-loving Filipino learners who are holistic and future-ready and embody the core values of makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan, and makabansa. For the teachers, it shall serve as the primary guide for instructional planning, covering the selection of the subject matter, implementation of teaching strategies, use of learning resources, and application of the assessment tools. For the instructional leaders, it shall guide them in creating supervisory and management plans to oversee instructional delivery, monitor learning gains, and provide appropriate technical assistance to teachers and school leaders. So this DepEd order will amend the DepEd Order number 21, series of 2019, specifically Annex 1, Elementary Education, Annex 2, Secondary Education, and Annex 4, Guidelines on the Mother Tongue-Based Multilingual Education Program Implementation. Let's go to the rationale. A comprehensive review of the K-12 basic education program has revealed several issues such as overcrowded curriculum, misaligned learning competencies, and imbalanced cognitive demands. In response to these issues and challenges to the K-12 program that need to be addressed appropriately, the department has introduced the Matatag curriculum. This curriculum streamlines competencies to ensure logical progression, prioritize 21st century skills, improve foundational literacy and numeracy skills, and cultivate future-ready skills needed in the job market. More importantly, it places a strong emphasis on values formation, ensuring the development of competent, job-ready, and responsible citizens. Anchored on the Matatag, Bansang Makabata, Batang Makabansa agenda, particularly the goal to make the curriculum relevant to produce competent, job-ready, active and responsible citizens, the Matatag curriculum aims to holistically develop lifelong and peace-loving Filipino learners who are competent, job and future-ready, and embody the core values of makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan, and makabansa. This fosters inclusivity by integrating global citizenship and respect for diversity. It promotes a future-thinking mindset that empowers learners to embrace and shape the change while cherishing their national identity and sense of nationhood. The Matatag curriculum has sought to do the following. A. Ensure that every graduate is equipped with life skills. B. Instill the value of unity in diversity. C. Educate all Filipino learners to respond effectively to disasters and emergency situations. D. Prepare them to thrive in a global human resource market so that they can contribute effectively to nation building and economic development, and foster critical and creative thinking through working collaboratively with peers to identify problems and challenges that may impact the present and the future, and find and design solutions for them, and engage in activities that encourage thinking out of the committed to continuous improvement to address new and emerging needs and demands of the times, reflects the collective aspiration of our nation to uplift the quality of the Philippine basic education in support of the government's development roadmap toward improving the lives of Filipino families. The scope. This covers the implementation of the Matatag curriculum, which shall be implemented by phase, starting with kindergarten, grades 1, 4, and 7 in the school year 2024-2025, to be implemented by the all public and private schools, state universities and colleges, local universities and colleges, and the Philippine school overseas that offer basic education. This will serve as the fundamental blueprint for teachers at the classroom level, enabling them to align their lesson plans with content and performance standards, appropriate learning competencies, pedagogies, assessments, and resources required to achieve the desired learning outcomes for Filipino learners. Help instructional leaders create supervisory and management plans to oversee instructional delivery, provide appropriate technical and other forms of assistance to teachers and school heads, and monitor learning gains. Parents and other external education stakeholders shall be given direction and opportunity to support the Matatag curriculum in achieving goals. Recognizing the particular context and educational concerns of diverse learners, the Matatag curriculum shall be contextualized in implementing the different inclusive education programs, such as but not limited to special needs education, madrasa education, and the indigenous peoples education. SCPs complement the Matatag curriculum to cater to the needs of learners with potential skills and talents. ALS are aligned with the Matatag curriculum. Policy statement. Learner-centered, inclusive, and developmentally appropriate curriculum while also being gender and culture sensitive. Constructivist, inquiry-based, reflective, collaborative, and integrative pedagogical approaches. Logical progression of content for mastery of this at each level. Adaptable to local and global context, allowing the schools to localize, indigenize, and enhance according to their unique educational and social context. Learner-centered, strives to build globally literate and future-ready citizens and to address current and future educational needs or concerns. The learners are expected to develop the core values of makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan, and makabansa. Matatag curriculum incorporates the core principle of inclusive education to meet the unique needs of diverse learners in a variety of settings. So we have here our framework, the inclusive education programs. So this includes programs for gifted and talented, the Madrasa program, Indigenous People Education Program, programs for learners under difficult circumstances, Programs for learners with disabilities are included, including the MTBMLE, the varied TLE specializations offering in junior high schools, tracks and strands in the senior high school, and special curriculum projects. This is what we mean by inclusive education. All of these are covered so that no learners will be left behind. The goal of the Matatag curriculum. The Matatag curriculum is designed to nurture holistically developed Filipino youth equipped with 21st century skills within an inclusive learning environment who are ready for employment, entrepreneurship, and/or higher education. The key features of the Matatag curriculum. Concentrated in foundational skills and strategically reduced areas to streamline content. Ensure a balanced approach to cognitive demands that are appropriate for learners' age and readiness. Clearly articulation and incorporation of the 21st century skills. Prioritizes the values formation and peace education principles to cultivate responsible and ethical global citizens, anchored on global standards and aligns with global competencies. The Filipino learners. The Filipino learners must be equipped with skills of the future by exhibiting mastery of the fundamental literacy and numeracy skills while meeting the standards of the Philippine Qualifications Framework, PQF, utilizing 21st century skills and embracing emerging technologies to navigate today's dynamic environments. Demonstrating resilience in the face of extreme life events, realizing one's own abilities and potential to work fruitfully and productively, and eventually make a positive contribution to the society. And applying creative and critical thinking, problem-solving abilities, futures thinking, innovation, global citizenship, and exceptional leadership teamwork skills for adaptable workforce roles. Prepared, the Filipino learners are prepared to become lifelong learners by valuing intrinsic motivation for continuous improvement, demonstrating collaborative learning through knowledge sharing and active engagement in tasks and activities, embracing diverse perspectives to promote understanding and cultivate empathy, and engaging in reflective learning and self-improvement. The Filipino learners must be imbued with strong nationalism and appropriate Filipino values to make them peace advocates by advocating equity, justice, and democratic principles while respecting diversity, recognizing varied gender rules, and upholding the common good. Embracing and celebrating the Philippines' rich cultural diversity while taking pride in their Filipino national identity. Exhibiting teamwork values and resolving conflicts peacefully and valuing understanding and cooperation among nations and their roles within the global community. The teachers. The teachers are instructional designers who are able to demonstrate mastery of subject matter and or in their specialization across the curriculum. Unpack learning competencies to determine what learners need to know, understand, and be able to do. Design and deliver appropriate, engaging, and meaningful lessons. Utilize various teaching and assessment approaches to address the diverse needs of learners. Select and seamlessly integrate digital tools and technologies in teaching and learning process. and develop learning resources aligned with the Matatag Curriculum Instructional Design Framework, or IDF. The teachers are advocates of lifelong learning who are capable of fostering literacy, numeracy, and 21st century skills, promote independence, collaboration, resilience, adaptability, and passion for lifelong learning. Apply creative and critical thinking, problem solving, socio-emotional skills, and innovation. Enable learners to become peace advocates capable of resolving conflicts peacefully and cooperating with others, and seize opportunities for continuous growth and improvement through self-directed learning, capacity-building activities, attending seminars, trainings, and conferences, pursuing graduate studies, conducting classroom-based research, and collaborative exchange of knowledge and expertise. The teachers are catalysts of transformation who are able to model ethical behavior and integrity, promote empathy, compassion, and respect for diversity, demonstrate a sense of responsibility toward society and the environment, engage with families, communities, and stakeholders to support student learning, guide learners toward realizing their full potential and contributing meaningfully to nation building, and leverage technology to create dynamic and engaging learning experiences that prepare learners for a rapidly evolving digital world. So we are using these approaches: constructivist, inquiry-based, reflective, collaborative, integrative. So learning areas across the grade levels may utilize differentiated instruction, explicit teaching or direct instruction, experiential learning, culture-based instruction, and technology-enhanced instructions. Teachers are encouraged to use these strategies as necessary and appropriate to ensure the development of 21st century skills. Instructional leaders. The ongoing professional development on effective teaching practices and timely technological support while fostering creativity and innovativeness in teaching is expected among instructional leaders. They must cultivate and strengthen partnership with stakeholders and the community to meet the new curriculum standards and delivery requirements. In classes where blended and other distance learning delivery modalities are employed, such as but not limited to the Open High School program, during disasters and emergencies, parents or legal guardians are called regularly communicate with the schools to monitor their children's learning progress and requirements. Schools shall foster home-school partnership, while DepEd shall ensure that guidelines for learning delivery modalities are effectively cascaded and regularly improved. Under the Matatag curriculum, these are the assessment approaches. A. Assessment for learning. This involves ongoing formative assessment to monitor the student's progress, identify learning needs, and provide timely feedback to guide instruction. B. Assessment as learning. This involves engaging learners in self-assessment and reflection processes to develop their meta-cognitive skills and foster ownership of learning. Letter C. Assessment of learning encompasses summative assessments that measure student achievement against predetermined standards or learning outcomes. The specific assessment tools that can be utilized includes the Philippine Early Childhood Development PhilECD checklist, the Philippine Informal Reading Inventory PhilERI, the Comprehensive Rapid Literacy Assessment CRLA, Rapid Mathematics Assessment RMA. The grading system in the Matatag curriculum shall adhere to the provisions of DepEd Order No. 8, Series of 2015, Part 5, Section D. How are learners promoted or retained at the end of the school year? Table 11 discusses the basis for promoting a learner to the next grade level or for retaining a learner in the same grade level. For grades 1 to 10, a learner must have a final grade of at least 75 in all learning areas to be promoted to the next grade level. A learner must pass all learning areas in the elementary or junior high school to earn an elementary certificate or a junior high school certificate. A learner who did not meet expectations in not more than 2 learning areas must pass the learning area with a failing mark during the end of school year break or remedial classes or in a national learning camp with a recomputed final grade of 75 or higher to be promoted to the next grade level. Otherwise, the learner is retained in the same grade level. A learner who failed in 3 or more learning areas is retained in the same grade level. Schools shall ensure that learners consistently performing below expectations based on written works and performance tasks receive remediation to prevent them from failing. For grade 11 and 12, a learner must have a final grade of at least 75 in all learning areas in a semester to proceed to the next semester and must have a final grade of at least 75 in all learning areas to be promoted to the next grade level. A learner who did not meet expectations in a prerequisite subject must pass remedial classes for failed competencies before being allowed to enroll in the higher level subject. On the other hand, a learner who did not meet expectations in any learning area at the end of the semester must pass remedial classes for failed competencies in the learning areas to be allowed to enroll in the next semester. Otherwise, the learner must retake the subjects failed. A learner must pass all learning areas in the senior high school to earn a senior high school certificate. The following are the support systems. A. Professional development programs that will be conducted by the division and the regional office. Instructional leadership, monitoring and evaluation. The Matatag curriculum implementation is research-based instructional practices. Learning resources are also provided. The assessment practices, physical and technological facilities and infrastructure, external partnership and engagement. The phased implementation of the Matatag curriculum. For the school year 2024-2025, the kindergarten, grade 1, grade 4, and grade 7 shall follow the Matatag curriculum. So here is the schedule of implementation. As you can see, the Matatag curriculum in the shaded areas. For school year 2024-2025, we have kinder grades 1, 4, and 7. For school year 2025-2026, we will have kinder grades 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. For 2026-2027, we have kinder grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, and grade 10. So by 2027, all grade levels from kinder to grade 10 will have the Matatag curriculum. In the school years that the Matatag curriculum will not be implemented yet in the other grade levels, the 2016 K-12 Basic Education Curriculum, focusing on the most essential learning competencies, shall continue to be adopted, regardless of the learning delivery modalities. The time allotment for the 2016 K-12 BEC shall be recalibrated following the Matatag curriculum time allotment. The recalibrated time allotment is contained in Annex 3 of this order. The implementation of the 2016 K-12 BEC using the MECs shall be replaced gradually in the succeeding school years following the phased implementation of the Matatag curriculum. Roles and responsibilities of DepEd offices in the implementation of the Matatag curriculum. So at the central office, the curriculum strand, in coordination with the other strands, will provide the overall policy direction to support the implementation of the Matatag curriculum. Number 2, they will oversee the nationwide pilot and phased implementation of the Matatag curriculum. Number 3, they will assess the achievement of the objectives of the Matatag curriculum through monitoring and evaluation. Number 4, they will spearhead the development and implementation of nationally developed tests and participate in international large-scale assessments to provide evidence-based feedback on the Matatag curriculum implementation. Number 5, collaborate with relevant government and non-government agencies and other stakeholders to ensure that the standards and guidelines that are being implemented are up to date. Number 6 is spearhead the program designing, development, and quality assurance of training resource packages and monitoring and evaluation of the delivery of the Matatag training program across governance levels. The regional office shall oversee the implementation of the Matatag curriculum in the region, spearhead the delivery of the Matatag training program, and the M&E at the division and school levels. Number 3, mobilize resources to support the implementation of the Matatag curriculum. Number 4, organize region-wide training on the effective and efficient implementation of the Matatag curriculum. Number 5, engage stakeholders and partners in implementing the Matatag curriculum. Number 6, provide technical assistance to SDOs in implementing the Matatag curriculum. Number 7, ensure that every school's division office has learning resources. Number 8, submit a monitoring and evaluation report on the implementation of the Matatag curriculum to the central office. The school's division offices will oversee the implementation of the Matatag curriculum in schools and learning centers. Number 2, spearhead the delivery of the Matatag curriculum implementation training program and the M&E at the school level. Mobilize resources to support the implementation of the Matatag curriculum. Number 4, organize division-wide training on the effective and efficient implementation of the Matatag curriculum. Number 5, ensure that every school has learning resources. Number 6, engage stakeholders and partners in implementing the Matatag curriculum. Number 7, monitor the conduct of professional development activities, collaborative expertise sessions, and set and learning action cells. Number 8, provide technical assistance to schools and CLCs in implementing the Matatag curriculum. Number 9, submit a monitoring and evaluation report on the implementation of the Matatag curriculum to the regional office. Schools and community learning centers. The schools and community learning centers, CLCs, must ensure the effective delivery of the Matatag curriculum in the classroom level. Number 2, ensure that the Matatag curriculum standards and learning competencies are effectively implemented with the support of teaching-related personnel, parents, and other education stakeholders. Number 3, participate in school-based professional development activities, collaborative expertise sessions, NSET, LACs, and suggest relevant training for improving the teaching competence that may be provided in support of the effective implementation of the Matatag curriculum. The Bureau of Learning Resources shall ensure the availability of required teacher training materials, which consist of but are not limited to resource packages, lesson exemplars, textbooks, and teacher manuals during the training of teachers. The SDU shall put in place a continuous monitoring and evaluation process to capacitate newly hired and untrained teachers. The department, through NAIAP and the finance strand, shall determine and allot appropriate funds for the capacity building of the teaching and teaching-related personnel on the Matatag curriculum, subject to the availability of funds and in accordance with the existing budgeting, accounting, and auditing rules and regulations. Provision of learning resources. The Bureau of Learning Resources shall be guided by the provisions stipulated in DepEd Order Number 25, Series of 2023, the guidelines on the procurement and quality assurance of textbooks and teachers' manual. DepEd Order Number 24, Series of 2023, guidelines on the provision of supplementary learning resources for public school libraries and library hubs. The Bureau of Learning Resources shall continuously update and upgrade the Learning Resources Portal, LR portal, to support the phased implementation of the Matatag curriculum. New issuances may be formulated to include guidelines on the provision of learning resources not covered by existing policies. System assessment. The Bureau of Education Assessment, BEA, shall continue to spearhead the development and implementation of nationally developed tests and the participation of the Philippines in international large-scale assessments. BEA shall align these measures with the Matatag curriculum to guarantee that efforts and initiatives to determine learning gains and the gaps are aligned. Monitoring and evaluation. The Basic Education Monitoring and Evaluation Framework, BMEF, as discussed in DepEd Order Number 29, Series of 2022, is used as the basis for ensuring that the objectives of the K-12 basic education program are met. The outcomes of the reforms, like revision of the curriculum from the kindergarten to grade 2 or grade 12, shall be measured for the following purposes. Establish baseline data and information relative to the implementation of the Matatag curriculum. Measure the effectiveness of curriculum implementation. And provide evidence for planning, programming, and policy formulation for efficient and effective curriculum implementation. The wealth of assessment data derived from the internal and external assessment shall be utilized in the planning and monitoring and evaluation process of the department. The curriculum strand, CT strand, and its counterparts in the regional and division levels The CLMD, the CID respectively shall be responsible for monitoring and evaluating the implementation of this policy. At the school level, the implementation of this policy shall be monitored and evaluated at least once every quarter by the school heads. The results of the evaluation shall be submitted to the SDO for collation and analysis. The SDO shall then prepare an annual analysis report for submission to the RO at the end of the school year. The feedback from the RO shall be submitted to the City Strand to be used in evaluating the policy for continuous improvement. The City Strand, through the BCD, BLD, and BIA, shall lead the conduct of a comprehensive policy review in the 5th year of its implementation to evaluate its effectiveness and responsiveness toward meeting its intended outcomes. In kindergarten, grades 1 and 2, each class shall be self-contained. For each self-contained class, there shall be one teacher who shall be responsible for teaching all the domains for kindergarten or the learning areas for grades 1 and 2. For grades 3 to 6, whenever possible, classes shall be departmentalized, taking into account the teacher's area of specialization or preference for specific subjects. In case there are sufficient teachers to handle the self-contained kindergarten classes, schools may have the option to allow teachers to handle one session, provided that he or she will attend professional development activities such as but not limited to collaborative expertise sessions, learning action cell sessions, and school-based and service training and set for early childhood education. On the other hand, schools may consider another teacher from a different grade level to teach another learning area to manage the possible teaching overload. So we are presenting now the table 5, the time allotment for grades 1 to 3. So for grade 1, there will be 40 minutes for language, reading and literacy, mathematics, makabansa, GMRC, 40 minutes 5 times a week. Then 30 minutes 4 times a week for the National Reading Program and the National Mathematics Program. And another 40 minutes that is only once a week for the Homeroom Guidance Program. So the total time per day is 260 minutes from Monday to Thursday and 240 minutes on Fridays. The total time per day is 4 hours 20 minutes from Monday to Thursday and 4 hours for Friday. For grades 2, there will be 40 minutes 5 times a week engagement for Filipino, English, mathematics, makabansa, and GMRC. 30 minutes 4 times a week for the National Reading Program and the National Mathematics Program. 40 minutes once a week for a Homeroom Guidance Program. So the total time per day for grade 2 is 260 minutes from Monday to Thursday and 240 minutes on Fridays. The total time per day is 4 hours and 20 minutes from Monday to Thursday and 4 hours for Friday. For grade 3, there will be 45 minutes 5 times a week for learning areas of Filipino, English, Mathematics, Makabansa, GMRC, and Science. There will be 30 minutes, 4 times a week sessions for the National Reading Program and National Mathematics Program. There will be 45 minutes for the Homeroom Guidance Program for Grade 3 once a week. So the total time per day for Grade 3 from Monday to Thursday is 330 minutes. For Fridays, 315 minutes. So the total time per day for Grade 3 from Mondays to Thursday is 5 hours and 30 minutes. And for Friday is 5 hours and 15 minutes. The National Mathematics Program and the National Reading Program are provided with a time allotment and shall be considered part of the total teaching load of teachers. Catch-up Fridays shall be conducted every Friday throughout the school year. The development of learners' reading skills shall be specifically emphasized across all learning areas scheduled in the morning, while values, health, and peace education shall be integrated into all learning areas scheduled in the afternoon. The Homeroom Guidance Program shall also be scheduled during Catch-up Fridays. So that's very clear that the Homeroom Guidance Program is always scheduled during Catch-up Fridays. For grades 1 to 3, the activities to be included in the National Reading Program and the National Mathematics Program shall be detailed in a separate issuances. Schools are advised to apportion time for arrival and assembly, library work, learning stations, health breaks, intervention activities, and other related tasks. So we have now table 6. This is the time allotment for K stage 2. That is grade 4 to grade 6. So we have for Filipino 45 minutes, 5 times a week, including English, Mathematics, Araling Panlipunan, MAPE, GMRC, Science, IPAPA, and TLE. All of this learning area have a time allotment of 45 minutes, 5 times a week. 30 minutes, 4 times a week, is allotted for the National Mathematics Program, and 45 minutes once a week is for the Homeroom Guidance Program. The total time per day in minutes is 390 from Monday to Thursday, 405 minutes for Fridays. So schools shall prepare a class program, a class schedule that is learner-friendly. School heads and teachers may consider scheduling the NMP as the last class session during the day, while the NRP shall be integrated in the conduct of Catch-up Fridays. The Homeroom Guidance Program shall form part of Catch-up Fridays. For schools with the special curricular programs, the time allotment of the specialized subject shall follow the time allotment of the learning areas in the Matatag curriculum and shall be integrated into the class program for specialized subjects. Medium of teaching and learning. The medium of teaching and learning for this stage of the Matatag curriculum observes a transition from the dominance of the first language or the language that the learners use and understand from kindergarten until grade 1 to the accommodation of both Filipino, and English, which are used starting grade 2 until the end of the program. The first language shall be the medium of teaching and learning for all learning areas in K-Stage 1, except for the Filipino and English subjects. Meanwhile, the medium of teaching and learning used for K-Stage 2 are Filipino and English, with the learning areas shown in Table 7. The learner's first language shall continue to be used as an auxiliary medium whenever necessary to facilitate teaching and learning. We have here the Table 7, the medium of teaching and learning in K-Stage 2. So for grade 4 and grade 5, English, Science, Mathematics, Music, Arts, PE, and Health, the medium of teaching and learning is English. For grade 4 and 5, the medium is Filipino for the subjects Filipino, Araling Panlipunan, GMRC, and EPP or EPAPA. For grade 6, English, Science, Math, MAPE, and TLE will utilize English as a medium of teaching and learning, while the Filipino medium will be used for grade 6 Filipino, Araling Panlipunan, and GMRC. The National Learning Recovery Program. The department adopts the National Learning Recovery Program for DepEd Order 13, Series of 2023, to strengthen its learning recovery and continuity program, improve numeracy and literacy, and accelerate the achievement of the education targets. It includes the following sub-programs: National Learning Camp, DepEd Order 14, Series of 2023, the National Reading Program, National Mathematics Program, National Science and Technology Program, and other programs like Catch Up Fridays, DM1 Series of 2024. Inclusion in basic education. In adherence to Section 8 of IRR of RA 10533, which defined inclusiveness in basic education, DepEd has the following programs. Number 1, programs for gifted and talented include the following: special programs, special curriculum programs, DO 46 Series of 2012, DO 21 Series of 2019, special science programs, special science elementary schools. Letter B, acceleration programs per DepEd Order 40 Series of 2002. These are the programs for the gifted and the talented. Number 2, programs for learners with disabilities or the special needs education. SNED program per DepEd Order 44 Series of 2021. Number 3, Madrasa Education Program per DepEd Order 41 Series of 2017. Number 4, Indigenous Peoples IP Education Program, DepEd Order number 62 Series of 2011, and programs for learners under difficult circumstances. Alternative delivery modes. Cognizant of inclusion. As the core principle in delivering the enhanced formal basic education, schools shall implement applicable alternative delivery modes, ADMs, for schools with learners who are at risk of dropping out, have extreme difficulty accessing schools and during emergency situations, and for those who attend overpopulated schools. Co-curricular programs. Schools shall endeavor to provide and expose learners to varied experiences that further develop their social environmental and leadership skills and talents through the following. Number 1, National Festival of Talents, NFOT. National Schools Press Conference, NSPC. Palarong Pambansa, per DepEd Order 43 Series of 2016. Learners Convergence, PH. Number 5, Learner Government Program, Supreme Elementary Learner Government. Number 6, Program for Learner Support and Learner Protection. Number 7, Scouting. Number 8, Youth for Environment in School Organization, YESO, in support of the National Greening Program, NGP. And Learners and Schools as Zone of Peace. So we have here the time allotment for K-Stage 3, grades 7 to 10. There will be 45 minutes, 5 times a week, time allotment for the following learning area: Filipino, English, Mathematics, Araling Panlipunan, MAPE, Values Education, Science, and TLE. Each of these learning area will have a 45 minutes time allotment 5 times a week. For the National Mathematics Program, there will be a 30-minute allotment 4 times a week. The Homeroom Guidance Program, that's 45 minutes once a week. So the total time per day is 390 minutes for Mondays to Thursdays, while for Friday, that's 405 minutes. The total time per day, that is 6 hours and 30 minutes from Monday to Thursday, 6 hours and 45 minutes during Fridays. Again, we have here the medium of teaching and learning. The medium of teaching and learning used in grades 7 to 10 are English and Filipino. These are used in the following learning areas as shown in Table 4. The learner's first language shall continue to be used as an auxiliary medium whenever necessary to facilitate teaching and learning. So for grade 7 to grade 10, in the learning areas of English, Science, Math, MAPE, and TLE, the medium of teaching and learning is English. For the learning areas of Filipino, Araling Panlipunan, and Values Education, the medium of teaching and learning is Filipino. National Learning Recovery Program. So, as we have mentioned earlier, that DepEd adopts this National Learning Recovery Program to strengthen recovery and continuity program, improve numeracy and literacy, and accelerate the achievement of the education targets. The Matatag curriculum is in support in this National Learning Recovery Program. So we have also the inclusion of basic education as stipulated in the Matatag curriculum. So these are the program support of the implementation of the Matatag curriculum. We have also the alternative delivery modes. We have the co-curricular programs as mentioned a while ago. And we have to recalibrate the time allotment of the 2016 basic education curriculum as discussed earlier. So we have here, we have already here the recalibrated time allotment for grades 2 and 3 of the 2016 basic education curriculum based on the Matatag curriculum time allotment. So for grade 2, we have 40 minutes allotment 5 times a week for Filipino, English, Mathematics, Araling Panlipunan, MAPE, and Edukasyon sa Pagpapahalaga. So there will be 30 minutes 4 times a week allotment for the National Recovery or National Reading Program, and 30 minutes 4 times a week for the National Mathematics Program, and then 40 minutes once a week for the Homeroom Guidance Program. So that's a total of 300 minutes per day from Monday to Thursday, and 280 minutes on Friday. The total time per day is 5 hours, Monday to Thursday, 4 hours to 40 minutes on Fridays. For grade 3, there will be 45 minutes 5 times a week allotment for Filipino, English, Science, Math, Araling Panlipunan, MAPE, and DSP. There will be 30 minutes 4 times a week allotment for the National Reading Program and the National Mathematics Program. 45 minutes will be allotted for the Homeroom Guidance Program, that's once a week. So the total time per day for grade 3 is 375 minutes from Monday to Thursday, and 360 minutes for Fridays. The total time per day for grade 3 is 6 hours and 15 minutes for Monday to Thursday, 6 hours for Friday. So we have here the table 2, the recalibrated time allotment for grades 5 and 6 of the 2016 Basic Education Curriculum based on the Matatag Curriculum time allotment. So this is for grade 5 and 6. Again, there will be 45 minutes 5 times a week allotment to the learning area of Filipino, English, Mathematics, Araling Panlipunan, MAPE, ASP, Science, TLE, and IPAPA. So IPAPA or TLE. So that's 45 minutes 5 times a week. There will be 30 minutes 4 times a week allotment for the National Mathematics Program, and 45 minutes once a week for the Homeroom Guidance Program. So the total time per day from Monday to Thursday is 390 minutes, 405 minutes for Friday. The total time per day in hours, that's 6 hours and 30 minutes, Monday to Thursday, 6 hours and 45 minutes on Friday. So we have here table 1.A, a sample teacher programming for kindergarten teacher A with a single class in the Matatag curriculum. Contained siya. So grade level, class section, kindergarten section, class advisor, kindergarten teacher A, area of specialization, early childhood education. So we have a sample teachers program. 7 to 7:15 on Monday, arrival time, free play. 7:15 to 7:30 meeting time. 7:30 to 8:15 circle time. 8:15 to 8:30 supervised recess. 8:30 to 8:40 quiet or nap time. 8:40 to 9:20 circle time 2. 9:20 to 10 indoor outdoor play. 10 to 10:20 wrap up time. 10:20 to 10:30 dismissal time for learners. 10:30 to 11 vacant. 11 to 11:30 NRP. 11:30 to 1 health break. 1 to 1:30 remediation. 1 to 2:30 collaborative expertise session. Intervention activities, curricular activities, collaborative expertise session. So the class advising duties is 60 minutes. The actual teaching load is 180 minutes. Additional teaching load in RP and remediation, that's another 60 minutes. The total number in hours is 5 hours. So yan po yung sample ng Now we have sample teacher programming for grade 1 teacher A in the Matatag curriculum. Grade level section, grade 1A, class advisor, grade 1 teacher A, area of specialization, none. So for 7 to 7:20, flag ceremony, daily routine. 7:20 to 8, language. 8 to 8:40, reading on literacy. 8:40 to math, to 9:20 math. 9:20 to 9:40 recess. 9:40 to 10:20 makabansa. 10:20 to 11 GMRC. 11 to 11:30 NRP, which will be handled by a kindergarten teacher. 11:45 to 1 health break. 1 to 1:30 National Mathematics Program. Pagdating sa Friday, itong 1 to 2 ay homeroom guidance program. 1:30 to 2 remediation. 2 to 3 collaborative expertise sessions. Conduct of intervention activities, library work, co-curricular activities, culminating activities, collaborative expertise sessions for teachers. So class advising duties, it's GP 60 minutes, actual teaching load 200 minutes, additional teaching load, remediation, and NMP 60 minutes. The total number in hours is 5 hours and 20 minutes. So that is for kinder and grade 1. So we have here grade teacher 3 with a non-advisor handling one learning area, and grade 3. Grade 3 classes are no longer self-contained. Nasa kinder grades 1 and 2 lang. So we have here a sample for grade. We also have here a sample teacher programming for a teacher without class advising duties. So meron siyang mga grade levels na tinuturuan, grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, and grade 6. Ang kanyang area of specialization ay mathematics. So mayroong grade 4 science, grade 5 science, grade 6 science, grade 3 science, grade 5 math, NMP, and collaborative expertise. So she is a teacher without class advising duties. So she teach or he teach in different grade levels. Ang specialization niya is mathematics. Okay, so ito po ang continuation ng kanyang teacher's program. So meron siyang total number of hours na 4 hours and 45 minutes. And we have also here a sample teacher's program for a grade 7 teacher A with specialization in English. So she handles grade 7 section A, B, and C, and grade 8 sections A and C.
Like and subscribe to the L&D channel on YouTube using the link youtube.com/@learn2lead channel. For more information, visit our NAIAP Region 8 official Facebook page at facebook.com/NAIAPR08.